We've been building quite a bit to get to this point so far, with all of those individual studies and systematic reviews, which then all lead to evidence-based guidelines. So we'll look at how those are developed and some of the key elements of those. The main purpose of evidence-based guidelines, often abbreviated as EBG, is to guide agencies in developing protocols specific to their setting. Some of the benefits of evidence-based guidelines is to reduce undesirable variation in practice and actions of minimal value, to increase actions that are effective, and to target actions to the population most likely to benefit from them. Now we'll look at the steps to create an evidence-based guideline. The first step is to identify a topic. What areas of health or health condition could be improved? Next, you'll want to convene a panel. This panel you'll want clinical expertise or health field expertise, research expertise, evidence-based practice expertise, and a group process expert. If necessary, you may need to identify a sub-issue, and if so, then you could create a sub-panel. Then you'll conduct a systematic review for each topic. And in summary, this is searching the database, appraising those studies, creating a findings table, and reaching a conclusion by consensus. From there, you're able to derive general recommendations. You will then need to determine the strength of the evidence. What research designs were used in developing this recommendation? Beyond the strength of the evidence, you'll need to determine the confidence level in which the recommendation will improve the intended health outcomes. You are now ready to write a formal guideline document. But before distribution, you need to send it to clinicians or other health professionals for validation. Once validated, you're ready to publish and distribute those guidelines as needed. When determining the strength of the evidence, ask the following questions. Was it the best design type for the issue? Were they quality studies and systematic reviews included? Was there consistency in the findings? What were the number of studies? What were the sample sizes? What was the size of the benefit? And what was the directness to the health outcome? It is very important that the recommendations are clearly linked to the evidence. Here's an example showing you a recommendation of assessing cigarette smoking of every patient care visit, and then it clearly links evidence why that should be done directly next to it. There are several ways the strength of a body of evidence can be evaluated, but here's one example here. High refers to consistent results from good quality studies, and further research is very unlikely to change the conclusions. Moderate, findings are supported, but further research could change the conclusions. Low, there are very few studies or existing studies are flawed. And insufficient, the research is either unavailable or does not permit estimation of a treatment effect. This pyramid shows the hierarchy of research evidence. Systematic reviews rank the most highly regarded, and then randomized control trials and move to observational studies, surveys, qualitative research, and expert opinion. Here's another example of hierarchy of evidence here. You can see it follows the same general format as that pyramid above, but it goes into a little bit more detail on that ranking system.
Created using Powtoon.